Hey guys, Tyson with Golf Ascending here with Cooper Nelson, high school golfer now, formerly junior golfer. We're kind of going to dive into, what it's like to be a junior golfer. What are some of his, favorite moments? What it's like to play on the high school level. And so just so that you guys can get kind of an understanding of, what it takes to get there. So let's dive into it. Going to ask Cooper some questions and let's find out what he says. All right, guys, before we hop into it, make sure to like and subscribe. Brady and I upload golf content every week, so make sure you do that. But getting into it, I want to ask Cooper here. So what age did you first learn to golf?
Yeah, so I've been golfing mainly my whole life. So probably ever since I started swinging a golf club. So probably 3 is I've been playing for a long time.
That is awesome. So like, who inspired you to do it? What was there anyone in your family in particular?
Yeah, my dad has always been playing. He played in on a high school team when he was younger, so he's always gone out with me on the course.
Awesome. Yeah, we love the fact, we talk about this all the time with golf, that you can play, for a long time. You can play with, your dad, you can play with your mom, your brother, your sister. Yep. So we love that. So that's awesome. So with that in mind, when did you start taking it seriously?
Yeah, so I played in my first tournament when I was 6. And so I probably started taking it seriously probably when I was 10, trying to get better and better, like practicing a ton. So yeah, I'd say about 10 is when I started taking it really seriously.
So 6, your first tournament when you were 6. So I'm actually just kind of curious right now, like what was the pressure like? How did you feel going into a tournament when you were 6 years old?
I'm sure I was really nervous back then. Yeah, playing in a first tournament is always really scary. So yeah, I'm sure I was pretty nervous then.
Awesome. Okay, so first golf tournament, 6 years old. So what do you remember about it? Do you remember much about the 6-year-old tournament?
I remember there was a lot of little kids, and I won it actually. So that was a good confidence booster going forward.
Awesome. What a way to start.
Yeah.
So kind of going into that junior golf experience, you started when you were 6. But what, since then has been your most memorable moment playing junior golf?
Just last year I won a tournament called the Utah County Rumble, which is a 2-day over at the Oaks at Spanish Fork, and that was my first big win. There was a little newspaper article online, and it was just a big deal for me at the time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So since junior golf, you have made the high school team, and so you made it last year as a freshman.
Yep.
And so this year as a sophomore. So what has high school golf been like for you?
It's lots of pressure, especially when I'm a sophomore, to play good, and it's a different experience from summer tournaments when there's other kids your age and you're playing against people 3 feet taller than you sometimes. So it's definitely a lot of pressure.
Puberty definitely comes into play for sure. So we were talking on the course, and make sure you guys check out the Gladstand course vlog, but we got to talking a little bit about kind of some of what your goals were as far as high school goes. So would you mind telling us kind of what those goals were for high school?
Yeah, so I'd love to make it to state. You can either qualify as an individual or as a team, so I'm hoping that one of the two, or we can pull it together and play in state. That'd be a great goal. Awesome.
And then you had mentioned to qualify for state, what kind of scores on average do you have to get?
Yeah, so you have to average about a 78, which is 6 over par usually. So I'm getting there so far.
So just for you guys to know, if you guys want to make the team, qualify for state, 78 is the goal, right? So how much practice are you doing, in your high school, career? What are you doing?
Yeah, so I practice almost every day, whether it's going out and playing 9 holes or going and practicing with the team, or just going and chipping around in my backyard. I'm always practicing.
So what do the team practices look like? This is actually something that I'm very interested in. What do you do as the team?
Yeah, so we sometimes just play 9 holes, and sometimes we'll just go down to the range. It's just a good time to play with friends on the team, and it's usually just playing 9 holes, which is good practice.
So does that kind of stretch you, with people that are better than you? If you're playing with good people, does it kind of make you play better? What is that like?
Yeah, so we sometimes have the best players paired up with the worst players on the team, so it's a good experience for them to play with better people and get better experience.
Awesome. So I guess just kind of my last couple thoughts that I'd like to talk about. So what advice would you give to let's say a young golfer out there or a parent who wants to get their kid into golf, what advice would you give?
Yeah, for the kid, I definitely say practice a lot of short game. That's where all the strokes come from, and that's what I practice a lot. So if you wanted to get better, that's a really good way to get lower scores.
Awesome. Well, Cooper, I appreciate you sitting down, taking the time to do this short little interview. You know, I've always been interested in what junior golf and what high school golf is like. You know, it was cool to really sit down and kind of talk to you about that. And, you know, hopefully, you know, for you guys out there, if you guys, you know, are the age of a junior golfer and you want to learn anything, you know, Cooper's doing it. He's kind of telling you what it's like to play. And any parents out there, if you guys are wondering, this is definitely, you know, a good start. Get your kids active. Get them liking the game of golf. I think that's the biggest thing, right? You would say you love golf, right?
Oh yeah, love it.
Definitely. Cool. Well, again, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that thumbs up. Me and Brady upload golf content every week, and hopefully we'll get Cooper around again on the channel. So we'll see you guys next time.